check this out. Yeah, we got a different brand of knife than I've ever talked about. So I guess these are new, and but you can get them on Amazon. How about that? Fintiso. That's how I'm going to pronounce it, I guess. Fintiso. If it's Fintiso, I don't know, but I'm going to call it Fintiso. And this is a knife that I got that is in their Cobra series. And so they have all these different series of knives. And I was looking on Amazon. They have several knives available on Amazon. These are interesting. They really came loaded for bear. Here's all these different series, and I didn't put the names out here because it cut them off. But I mean, they're different. You know, they're all the same design. They're just in different materials here. Some are in aluminum, some are in micarta or G10, that kind of thing. Here's the Cobra series, which is what mine is in. And then it comes in different materials. Mine is aluminum, okay? And so here's these all the way up here. Interesting, huh? There's lots going on there. And here it is. It's 14C28N, and it's not titanium. Like I said, it's aluminum. So when I first got this, I kind of was messing with it, and I'm going, it doesn't really kick out like it should. Whatever, what's going on? And you know what? It was just that this was too tight. I got my number 8 out and backed it off just a little bit, kind of played with the tension on it. And yeah, now it's like any other knife. It's very fidget friendly, drop shutty, all that. Now let's take a look at this. Yeah, this is a pretty traditional button lock here. So spring under the plunger, that kind of thing. And then drops free here. There's your stop. Right there. Interesting. Okay. And let me take a look at, okay, there it is. But kind of a leaf shaped, or what do they call that? I mean, here's the situation on Amazon with this one. And it's a blade that's very similar to one that Vosteed has with that Schillen. They call it Schillen design, S-H-I-L-I-N. Oh, you can get this also in S30V with carbon fiber. And right somewhere in here, yeah, inspired by Schillen cutter, unique, tall, leaf-shaped, you know, okay. So it's a 3.1-inch blade here. All right. So, interesting. But, I mean, this is one of many designs that they have. So you could buy it less expensive by, you know, $53.99, okay? And I'll put information down below where you can find it. And then if there's any discount information as well, I'll put that down below. But you can get it in carbon fiber with S35VN as well, okay? So, and you can just type in Fintiso knife and see what where it takes you on Amazon, see what other knives are there. And this is just pause and read, okay? And some things that they're, you know, showing you on their site, which is you got a spring down below the plunger, etc., etc. It's a button lock. I mean, just for people who are not real familiar, you know, with the operation of a button lock knife. And then obviously this and this are very inexpensive. These are the higher grade ones, if you so desire. And 1428N, you know, Swedish steel, etc., etc. So, and it is a deep carry clip. Now, you can't flip it because there's no setup for being able to go left hand on this one. But like I was saying earlier, button, and it just, you know, drops right away. Finger flick, real easy. And ergos are good. And I can get all my fingers on there. So there's that. And then you got this little cutaway here for sharpening, stropping, or just whatever. And this little teardrop shaped cutaway on the blade, which lets you just finger flick it, that kind of thing. And with this silver one here in aluminum, they've done a contrasting blue as well. So there's that. And let's see how much it weighs. Since you know it's got a 3.1 inch blade, 106 grams. Let's get around to ounces. If we make, oh, did you see it just race on past ounces? 3.75 ounces, not bad. And let's see if I can get my caliper out here. Yeah, it's not super slender, is it? 14 millimeters at 0.55. And the blade stock is 0.11 at 3 millimeters. Okay, so there's that. Now, if I had my measuring, so we're talking about 3.1 or, 3 1/4, 3.1. Okay, 3.1 at 7, not quite 7.5. You're talking about coming up on 19 centimeters, but not quite there. So it's not a tiny knife. It would be a good little carry. And, the price is pretty reasonable, I'd say. Now, it comes in this box. And here we go again. And let's see. Oh, yeah, a magnetic. As you can see, these magnets under here. And drop it out. Let's take a look at this. Okay, you got the use manual, which... yeah, it's manual, so use it. That's what it says. Get over it. Okay, never mind. And so, yeah, it's got a sticker and a microfiber cloth. Not a real big one, but then most people kind of ignore their microfiber cloths anyhow. And then you got stretchy on the end there and there. But there's what you got. So you do get a zipper pouch, and for a $50-something knife, nice box, outer sheath as well. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Let's see what Fintiso Knives does. It looks like they're loaded for bear, like I was saying earlier. I mean, all the different designs and colors and everything. Actually, it feels pretty good in the hand, and whether they OEM them out or whatever, I don't know the manufacturing details, but it feels like the fit and finish is pretty well done. I'm not feeling any hard edges or edginess or sharp corners or anything like that. And no, so it feels as good as most all knives in the, $75 range and below. It feels smooth. It feels nice. It's definitely centered. We're good. And I'd say having this jimping out here could be helpful if you're getting up on this blade. And it's not sharp jimping, but you can feel it. Okay, so that's not bad that you can feel this. So it gives you extra purchase on there. And then you got some jimping along here that may help in grippiness. But this, I like the pocket clip setup. It's stiff. It's pretty stiff, but I think it'll slip under your pocket pretty easily. It's definitely not going to come off your pocket very easily. It's on there. And then, obviously, let me grab this. Yeah, so you got steel liners in here, reinforcing everything, and looks like they're skeletonized, heavily skeletonized, which leads us to our next thing, which is detent. Ooh, I would say it's good. I don't think it's too weak. And I think that's what most people, they're not worried about it being too strong. They're worried about it being too weak. No, this is not. I'm really, man, it takes something to do that. Okay, so no, it's good. It's good. And I'm not getting any button stick. So let's see if I can create button stick by disassembling the knife. How about that? Just take a good knife and mess it up, right? But let's take a look inside, see what's going on. And let's take my Todd knife and tool set. And I guess we're going to go in from the back, right? So can we assume we have a captured pivot? And I don't know, but I'm thinking that's probably the case. This is coming unscrewed, although somebody slathered it with some degree. No, not really. Thread locker, it really didn't want to let go too easily, but it's not too bad. And it's magnetic, so those are steel. Okay, we're good. And if we got these, I bet these are number 6s, aren't they? So let's see what we got. Yeah. It's going to give way. Right there. And let's do the other one. And then we got a pocket clip. I don't know. Well, if we're going to separate the outer from the pocket, from the liner, then we need to take the pocket clip, because you know that's screwed through both ways. And let me see what we got already, because it's coming apart in my hand. Okay, so here is actually the aluminum body, and you're looking, well, I mean, the aluminum body is what you're looking at through the cutaway. And then, of course, the steel liner. And then, of course, we popped the spring, and the spring is it smaller on one end than it is on the other, or did it just look that way? It's not noticeably a lot smaller on one end than the other. So there it is over here, taking a little time out. Now, what do we got in here? Well, we got a screw that came from the back, and the other one now that came from the back. Just both dropped out. Okay. And here's the plunger. And there's, well, now that those two came out, of course, it just let this drop. Okay. So this is aluminum. I'm going to imagine it feels light. Yeah. Okay, so that's aluminum. And then we got this. And we got the plunger. Here's the plunger. Okay, for the screw. And then here's your bearings. And no, they are not. They're not ceramic. So we don't have ceramic bearings on here. And let me see if I can pluck these little dogs out so I can kind of clean it up when I put it back together. And so we got our shilling cutter or leaf kind of spring. And then this is the presentation side. So let's look at what we have here. We got the little stop here. Then we got this going. Okay, let me see what we got. Oh yeah, we got a flat spot, which means that we are providing some kind of a place for this to not rotate. And I don't know where. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so it's facing forward. Okay. I got it. I was just had to. And this lubrication here is a little thicker and heavier than I prefer, but I mean, I know there's people that like it that way. So, I mean, I'm not going to argue the point. I'll just replace it. And that's your disassembly. There you go, Fintiso. And this is the Cobra series, but, I mean, they identify it like this. The 318 or 0318 SLJ G093. Wow, that's a lot to go through. But here it is. I just call it my Cobra. And It's definitely fidget friendly, isn't it? Woo! For sure. I'll be checking in with these further, see what's going on with this brand. But yeah, they come apart, go back together, button lock, still no stick, no button stick at all. Very fidgety. And let's try one last thing. If I can grab me a piece of paper. Will it cut? And let's see. Oh yeah. Wow. Whew. That is, is really sharp. That is very, very sharp. Very sharp. Looking good. All right, take care, guys. I'll give you the links down below to where you can get these on Amazon, etc., their website, all that kind of thing. And you guys, stay sharp.